Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is InsideAgameR. Welcome back to Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020, not 24. Welcome back to Simulator Virtual Airlines. It's been a while since we've flown. I've actually flown in real life more than I've flown on the simulator recently. So yeah, unfortunately Tuesdays it's just been one of those weird things where I've tried to fly. I had power cuts last week, the week before. I think I wasn't here, and so on and so forth. So I've been trying to fly this iFly 737 Max. Now, this plane came out a few months ago. I've been really excited for this one. We've needed a Max. I like the 737s, as in, you know, they've been around a while. I'm not sure if I'm keen to fly on them, even though I will be flying on one in February, because I'll be flying with Ryanair to Madrid. So for sure I'm going to be on one of these Maxes. Hopefully, you know, as they say, if it's Boeing, we're not going. Well, hopefully we'll make it anyways. I'm not a huge Boeing flyer. I'm more of an Airbus guy when it comes to these, to my preference of what I prefer to fly. But I've been quite excited for this one. I've heard really good things. I actually haven't even done one whole flight in this. I've literally turned on the plane just to make sure it turns on like the original 737s. And that's all I've done. I've got a bit of a checklist here. Gonna do my best. We're gonna give it a go, give it a bit of a flight, see how it feels. It actually looks really good. The features that come with it are really good. Like all these things like the cones, the lavatory waist, the stairs here. I'm not gonna use GSX because every time I use GSX my sim breaks. You got the fuel here as well. I actually think the modeling and stuff of this by iFly is really, really good. It looks fantastic. But yeah, so anyways, we are going to talk about our flight in a second. Let's see who's here. Good evening. It's going to be a nice quiet stream tonight because it's a flight sim. So we can chat about anything we want. Count Davies, good evening. We'll be flying alongside Count. I think it's just me and Count tonight. Angel Horror, good evening. Imran, good evening. Nice to see you here. I know you like the old Boeings. Grimbold, good evening. Mad Skills, good evening. Georgina, good evening. Secluded Games, good evening. Laser Jordan. Iceman, hello. Suffolk Mac, good evening, good evening, good evening to everyone. So yeah, we're going to be flying today from Rennes. I've actually flown from here a few times in real life. LFRN, I lived in France for a little while, so I kind of flew in and out of quite a lot of the airports. We're going to be heading up to Newcastle. We're going to EGNT. I haven't flown into Newcastle in a while, and I thought it'd be a bit of fun. So that's where we're going to be flying today. Flight time should be about 1 hour, 10 minutes or so. We're not flying too high, flight level 240. But again, I've never flown this plane. I just made sure all the buttons are working on my controller, and we're going to go from there. It should fly just like any other Boeing. They just made bigger screens, which we'll have a look at now in a second. So if we go on board, the main difference between the old 737s, apart from the massive engines, obviously this is why there's so much drama with a couple of crashes there, because of the ACAS system that detect, because basically the Boeing is very low leveled and they wanted to put new bigger engines, more efficient engines, and instead of building a whole new plane they kept everything the same and just added these huge engines but pushed them forward. As you can see, they stick really far out compared to normal planes that you would see, and this is what caused the issue. They built that software to basically help balance the plane and fly. We're not aircraft investigations, we're not going to go into it. But yeah, this is why a couple of these have crashed. So that's one of the main features, is the big engines now sitting on the front of the wings. And inside the cockpit, the biggest thing that you'll notice is these massive screens now. The screens have become huge. But the texture in here, the texture work in here is really nice. Like even when you move the throttles, can you see the rubbers moving? Everything has kind of been thought about. Like it is up there. It's pricey. I think it's $69. I think it is. So it's the same price as the PMDG. So that's one thing. You know, if you haven't got either or and you're thinking of one, they're basically, what I've seen, are both obviously very good. I actually think this is better. I actually think this is better than the PMDG. PMDG do really good stuff, but so far I actually think this is the one. If I had to pick one, definitely would have gone with this first. Will it move over to 2024? They said they're going to convert it over at some point and it should be free of charge. Should be. Who knows? We'll see about that one. But yeah, so look, the plane looks really good. Nice in the Simply Connect livery. Rennes Airport here. This is is this an Orbix? I think this is Orbix. I think it is. Had this airport for a little while. It's quite nice. Very quiet. We are on Vatsim tonight, but there's no ATC at the moment currently. So let's get on board here. Let's give this a bit of a whirl. So we're going to go up here first to the top panel, and you're going to flick the battery to the on position, and these covers will close themselves. Any of these covers that we have here, they all cover themselves. We're also going to flick on the ground power. Now, for anyone that doesn't know, You do all of that via in here. You got the system page. No. Yep. And then you can go to your ground support here, and you can click what you need on and off. Now, the one thing about this the FB here, you have to make sure you click set and back each time. Otherwise, every time you go back into the pages, you'll be in the wrong place. Just something to keep an eye out. I did put the airport map on, but for some reason it hasn't quite connected to where we need to be. We do have charts, and I don't know how to zoom in on this. Oh, there you go. Okay, so we're currently sitting on the commercial apron. Runway 10 is in use at the moment, so we're going to taxi down via Delta, backtrack. But again, we'll have a look more at that now in a second. Let's go back up above. I am using a checklist because I know what will happen. It'll all go wrong. So ground power has been selected. We also now need to go further up above here. We're going to put the IRS into nav mode. And then you can put this to your, how long it's going to take, be about 2 minutes. If you want to test your flaps, all this kind of stuff is working. If you want to put your dome lights on, I'm going to put it on dim. I think that's more than fine. Broadband system, you can turn it. No, that's inoperative. Flight recorder is already on. All that kind of thing. So this is going to online for us now in a second. We're going to clear the master caution. And let's see what people have to say. I like it, to be fair. I fly the 800 a lot, and the Phoenix repaints look amazing. I think if you love the 737, which I know you do, Imran, I think you'll love this plane. I know it's a bit pricey, but I do think it's better than PMDG. I think the systems, the way it flies, the way it feels, just even like moving things around. Like sometimes I find using the FMC with the PMDG, sometimes it can be a bit iffy. I don't know. I just really like the big screens. I just like the look of it, I suppose. Preference. And I'm not a Boeing lover, so. Right. So we've done the nav stuff. We've aligned the IRS. That's going to take a few minutes, so we're in no rush. I've already refueled the aircraft because it might take a little bit of time, so I thought I'd better do that now. So emergency lightings, we're going to set to the arm position. Smoking can be set to auto. Fasten seatbelts can be to auto. People are already on board. Probe heat to the on position, and then we're going to put our window heats on now as well. That's all well and fine. Okay, so tablet, configure the fuel. So for anyone that's never flown this plane and might want to know how to do this, we're going to go back here. We're going to go back to the menu. So performance and payloads. No, absolutely wrong thing. System page. Refueling. I've got 3.2, 3.2. I only need about 5.8. So we got 6.4. But just to show you how it works, if you put the valve on and we change this to, say, 3.4. Now, we're going to be taking way more fuel than we need. But it's okay. It's just to show you guys. And then if you press set, you're going to see, look, this is going to start leaking up. So that's pretty cool with the fuel, right? And you can do it via this menu and all the other things if you want. Kind of up to you guys how you want to do it. But there you go, that is the fuel. We are fueled, we're over fueled, but we're fueled anyways. And make sure we press on the back buttons here, otherwise you'll just get a load of problems later on. We'll go back to the menu. Probably not going to need that for a minute. Okay, so program the flight with SimBrief. You can connect SimBrief up to this again. System page, Sim menu. If you go into ACARS, you need to put your SimBrief ID number in, and then it'll link up for you. No problem. So very simple, just in the ACARS menu there. What else? What else? So we're going to go to the FMC, apparently. And we're going to go into the FMC. And the IRS position is going to align itself up now. So we're going to go to the POS. We are currently in a run. So LFRN. FRN. So that's our reference airport. So you can take them from wherever you wish, I suppose. Doesn't make a huge amount of difference. But there you go, that's to line up. We're going to go into the route. LFRN we're going to throw back into here. Now, I'm just going to request the flight plan. You could do the destination if you want, but if you request your flight plan, it's going to pick it in from SimBrief, and it's going to put all the data into here for us. And then we can also link the FMC from this as well, which I'll show you in a second, I think. Okay, so we're going to load it in. And this should give me my full flight plan. Fingers crossed. Okay, we will be going from runway 10, so we'll just put that in here. Flight number, we are SIT 7742 as always. Activate. Execute. Okay, so if we go to the next page quickly, where's the next page and these things? You can see that we haven't put in the SIDS and stars yet, but it's all going to be here, basically what we need it to do. Back to the route page here. So, yeah, we're going to do that first. So departure, we are departing here from runway 10. And we should be taking the ATEN 5T. Nice awkward one. It's right here at the top. And then we're going to execute that. We go. You know what? We'll put in the arrival because you know we can. EGNT. So our arrival. We should be coming in on ILS-25 today, and we should be taking the RIM-1 November. No transition. Well, you can do a transition. We can do NT1. Doesn't really matter. There you go. So that's all done. So if we go back now into the leg page, we should be able to skim through here, see if there's any discons. We have one there. What do we do with these? Do we move them up? Yeah. Flying too many bloody Airbuses. Right, now we should be able to check this now too as well. If we go into the legs, we go back up here, you scroll down, and we're going to change you into flight plan mode. And we should be able to step through this, even though I haven't started actually where we are starting from. So NT1, there you go, that's our landing. I think it's all pretty good. So we're going to put you back onto plan. Keep my range at 5 miles here for a minute. QNH, we're just going to 30-15, it should be fine. Chat, you're very quiet, what's going on? Don't go quiet on me. Right, so this should be all good. We should now be able to, I don't know, oh yeah, it's going to fill in all this for us. I wasn't sure if it was going to do that, that's good. I've got we got a massive reserve. Cost index of 15, that's fine. I'm actually going to be flying to 240 today, not 1800. Are you going to get me any of the wins? Flight plan request. I don't know if this can bring in the wind data. Right, you know what we do then? I'm just going to get the wind data off SimBrief, if you give me a second. View PDF. What is my rough winds? 239044. Already gone wrong. 239 slash... No, wrong thing. 239044. That's going to be our average wind. You're not going to... What's my outside temperature today? I can't see it. Where's my outside temperature on this this aircraft? Oh, you're so going to make me actually look it up properly. 1230 elapsed time, 7,000 score. No, none of that stuff. Okay, I think it's 12 degrees, so there we go. That's our outside air temperature. It's going to fix that. Transition altitude at 5,000. Again, that's fine. Going to the M1 limits then. We will decelerate. Everything else is going to be fine. Then we're going to go to takeoff. We will be at flaps 5, isn't it? Yeah. Flaps 5 takeoff. Are you going to give me my own V speeds? You bugger. I've got to calculate them via the EFB here. Okay, we'll have a look at that now. This is well above my head. I usually select me at this point, speed, location, then crash. Well, yeah, look, we do a lot of crashing here too. There's no guarantee that this is going to work. Okay, flaps 5. Where's my calculate button? Ah, 10 degrees outside. QNH 3015. We're currently dry. Calculate. That's what I want, right? Give me my speeds. Anti-ice should be off. Alright, here we go. Send output. Do you reckon that sends it directly to my thing? No. Okay, so 127, 128, 139. 127. 128. 139. So V2 obviously is our speed standard. Trim at 89%. Oh no, CNG. Okay, the CNG is also here. 22.7. Pre-flight complete. We can only hope that it's complete. I said I'm not clued up with Boeing too well. Hey Dean, how's things? Right. So there's no ATC, so we're just going to put the altitude straight up to 24,000. We're not going very high. We're not going very far, in all fairness. I think, Count, what are you flying tonight? I think you're flying the Learjet, aren't you? Is that what you're going for? You don't trust it if it's not around steering wheel. Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. But yeah, I'll be going up to my plane January. I won't be streaming on the 31st, the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Because I'm away flying my own plane, learning to fly my new plane. So hopefully I'll get some videos in a couple of weeks' time for actually real flying videos. That is the plan. Right, I think I've done all that. I've completely forgot about my checklist. Didn't go through any of this order. Okay. I actually had it written down how to go through the FMC. So we're going to go with I did okay. We've done the range. Flight directors can go to the on position. So you got 2 flight directors, 1 on, 2 on, 240. The speed, 139 was our V1 speed. You'd do about plus 15. But what I'm going to do is just going to put this right up to about 190. I think that'd be okay to start with. The FMC is going to take over anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Okay, we can go back above then. Your dampener can go to the on position. One can hope. Seat belts. Cabin pressure is already at flight level 240. This is now automatic, but you just make sure, I suppose, we just make sure that that's okay. But it's okay. Seatbelt signs, everything else is good. Right, so we want to go onto the APU power now. So what we're going to do is have to put on a fuel tank. And we're going to start the APU. Now the APU switch has gone from the PMDG, the older version. That's one thing that's gone. We don't have the EGNT exhaust valve temperature or anything anymore. You can probably look at it down here. It's going to be down here somewhere, turning on. I'm sure we'll see it in a minute. Oh, God! I'm clicking things I don't want to click. Okay, so what you'll want to do then is go into here. We're going to get system page ready, sim menu, and ground support. So when the APU is alive, we should be able to switch to power. It's kicking in. So what we will do is close the doors and get rid of the stairs. Friggin' easy enough, isn't it? Let's get rid of the fuel. Let's get rid of the vacuum. Page up. We can get rid of the safety cones now. I don't think I had anything else connected. Now, if you don't press set, nothing's going to work. Oh, yeah, and get rid of the stairs. So we're going to press set. That's done. We're going to press back. Because the doors, we're going to want to shut the 2 doors that are open. You can hear them closing now. Okay, so go back up above here then. Just like I said, you can see now that the APU is on. So we could turn the ground power off now. We do have a low pressure warning, but I think that's okay. So if we go back now to ground support, we can disconnect the electricity. Let's get rid of the chocks. Again, you got to press set, otherwise that won't happen either. That should all be gone now. and it should be a case we get ready to fire up this this bird. No, I actually forgot to put on the wheel lights and stuff. Look at the anti-collision logo can go on, wing lights can go on now, I suppose, as well. I don't think there's anything else. We're not going to be kicking off any anti-ice, so that's all good, all good, all good. We can set flaps. Have a look at the animation, I suppose. I don't see any animation now. They are set to 5. Trim is in the green for takeoff. Trim is good. Then I don't know what pushback to use. Is this going to work for this one? Let's have a look. Some planes that this pushback handler thing doesn't work. But we'll see. The thing's not even here. Where's my truck? Alright, before we do that then, let's just get the plane ready for engine start. So engine start is exactly the same as before. You're going to put ignition to right. We're going to put the GRD on. And we should start seeing some numbers move. I did put on all the fuel pumps, didn't I? I did. I haven't forgotten something here, have I? Okay, we only put on the electric stuff. We'll put the packs onto auto. APU bleed needs to be on. There we go. Forgotten a load of stuff. Okay, back to GRD. Now, finally, things are moving. Let's release the parking brake then. Did she not kick in? Why did she not kick in? Everything else is on auto. Hey, Bubba Jenkins! Bowl of watermelon. Nice. Random, but nice. Oh, I think I messed it up by not, AP bleed is on, auto. I'm gonna reset the parking brake there. What did I miss? Jumped ahead of myself. I've got a GRD on, but it doesn't seem to be doing anything. My N2 is not rising, so it's a bit of a... I'm not even spinning! Oh my god. Okay, on. Valves are on. Fuel dampener's on. Bugger, what did I miss? I always miss something. Okay, ignition on. GRD on. I want to see this rising. The APU bleed is on. You can hear the bleed. Shall we try and do left engine? Oh, break. APU bleed on. Ah, here we go. I think it's because I had the recirc on automatic. Here we go, they're spinning now. No, so basically what happened here was the recirc fan was on auto, and clearly that just auto doesn't mean auto. Or it could have been the packs because they were on auto. Doesn't matter. We're on now. Gonna stick these both on continuous. Clear the master caution. Wait for the engines to settle. Alright. Now I'm going to put the packs back to auto. Okay, APU bleed. We're going to change over to Gen 1, Gen 2. Bleed to the off position. APU off position. Turning lights on, taxi lights to the on position, these are already on. Position probe not on just yet. You can see the amps coming up now, so that's good. Right, I think we're good to taxi. Ren's traffic, sent me 7742, taxi into runway 10. So we're going to go via Delta and then backtrack. Friends traffic, 7742, backtracking, runway 10. Okay, the decimal point is also brakes. Oh my god. Will you land with the gear up like when he landed in the Gold Coast? Jesus, one life, multiple adventures. It's surprising you still remember that because that was like 5 years ago now, but maybe. I've done sillier things. You wouldn't believe that I'm actually got a pilot's license now. You're the one that asked for it, huh? God. Maybe we'll do a flight in Australia next week. I haven't flown around Australia in a while. We'll see how this flight goes with this Max. We might fly it again if I enjoy it. So in theory then, if you ask for it, you're the one to blame for all the accidents that happen. How many crashes on approach have I had? Let's be realistic here. I've had more crashes than you probably had hot dinners. Okay, handbrake back to the on position then, last few checks. You know me, I'm not really a Boeing man. We're going to put the strobe lights to the on though, taxi off, runway off, landing lights to the on position. Last check is everything on here. Seems to be. Bleeds are off, APUs are on. We don't need any anti-ice, there's no clouds, we should be okay. Auto check, done. Auto throttle will arm, speed brake. We just need to... How do we auto set you? Is that it? Used to be able to pull it up. That could be it. It might not be it. Who knows? Oh. 122 decimal. I'm making blind calls to an area that's not even anything. Ren traffic, 7742, taking off runway 10. Okay, so we are just gonna have a look at my range here quickly. Let's pull the range out. See what we're doing a little bit. We got the flight directors on. Gonna arm the auto throttles at this stage here. LNAV, VNAV can be to the on position. And I don't know anything else that we can do at this stage but to get the hell out of here. Let's reset you. Sit back a little bit. Hang on, I've got to set my transponder as well. Why is my mode Charlie not working? There you go, I need to go to the on position. Alright, now we're good to take off. I've missed something in the takeoff configs, but I'm not worried. We'll just let it beep at us. Okay, gear up. Oh, the animations are nice. Yeah, I must have had a speed restriction on. We're okay. It's the first time ever flying this, so we'll get used to it. I forgot to press the M1 button. Bloody hell is the plane trying to do to itself? Okay, we're okay. Robert, hello. Jesus. Hey ho! I'm watching last night's Raw, please don't spoil. Oh, I've only watched half of it myself, to be honest with you. So I don't know the full shebang. We didn't stall, we were just practicing poor flying maneuvers. My god. Okay, this plane is trimming out like crazy. This is when all those other planes crashed, remember? Yeah, I don't know why it shot itself up in the air like that. I forgot to press the M1, so I think the speeds didn't compute. Anyways, we're going to go into standard pressures. I'm scared to leave the cockpit. And I'm going to be honest as well, I haven't actually set any cameras up. Shall we see what we can get? These are all externals, I want them to showcase ones. Wow, these are some terrible cameras, aren't they? You want to see some nice pretty engines? It's a good match. To be fair. Hey Jamesy, good evening. Okay, so yeah, the pre-select cameras are shit. We need to... We need to do something about them. Right, is she flying? This is the main question. Right, be back in a minute, get my Burger King, yes. And no, at this time. I always try and eat by about 5 o'clock if I can. I got a slow metabolism these days, I get too fat. Actually, I've never asked this. Do you have... no, I'm using a flight stick and rudder setup, yeah. I use, there you go. I use the Airbus stick myself. I used to have a second camera that I used to show when I was taking off and landing. I don't know, do we want to bring those things back? Okay, landing lights to the off position. Everything else is good and fine. Speed brakes are extended. Ah, that was the problem. Okay, so how do I get this to stick up? Like before, you used to be able to... Oh, shit. Oh, no, 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 no. How do I get that set? You used to be able to pull it up, but I can't do that, so I don't know. Oh, so now it says I have a few stops on the way before me. You guys are so lucky to be able to get Ubers and stuff. I can't get anything like that. Why don't we have any window seats? I suppose that's the best window seat we're going to get, right? I mean, that is just completely pointless. Possibly that, but it's a bit loud. In a Boeing, you do not arm the speed brake on takeoff like an Airbus. Ah, am I getting confused? I thought you had to arm the speed brake on this. What about landing then? Did they just auto do it? Well, we have Uber in Ireland, but not in rural Ireland. You only have it in the big cities like Galway, Cork. Any other towns won't have Uber because they just wouldn't be busy enough. Just chilling with the girlfriend, mate. Honestly, forgot it's Tuesday. Yeah. Still want to fly with us. We get it. It's because he doesn't have 2020 installed. He only has 24, which is a load of cack. Right, we're nearly at top of climb. Just wondering. Right, how do these charts work then? Show menu. Chart clip. I mean, it's only giving me the landings. I need the other. How do I edit the clip? Here we go. So I need the approach. Hang on. So EGNT, edit clip, and I'm looking for their departures. Okay, I'm looking for the ILS-25. Okay, I gotta get used to how this thing bloody works. Chat's alright. I don't know how to arm it though, Count. It won't let me arm it. Like, if you put it here, that's not arming it. That's saying speed brake out. Look. I thought this one used to just pull up, but it doesn't seem to be doing it. And this chart doesn't seem to be loading either. What's going on? Loading chart. The thing I hate about 2024 is it streamed of the cloud with people with crap Wi-Fi. It won't work. They should have done it like 2020. Yeah, I mean, look, I didn't get rid of 2020 for that reason, and also there's no jets on 2024. 2024 is fine for GA flying, the career mode, but until the jets go across, I've kept this on purpose. The first click is armed. Are you sure? Because I thought it used to click backwards, not here. Okay. 100 pro guy, proof guy. Much love from the USA. Well, thank you. Much love back from Ireland. Alright. I just wanted the ILS data. I'm gonna have to get Navigraph up, aren't I? Rinto. Okay, runway 25, ILS DME. That's what I'm after. Okay, so the course will be 246. We'll go this way. Bit early to be putting all this in, but we're going to do it anyways. Okay, so for my nav, 111.5. .5. Pretty sure that this was my friggin' ILS. That's it. 111.5. There we go. ILS is active. Can't really find a camera angle I like. Maybe that. Is it Newcastle, UK we're flying to? Yes, we're heading over to Newcastle. Is Tracing Classic work? I haven't tried it, to be honest with you, this week. Getting a bit busy. I passed over the Isle of Wight, heading towards Southampton. Where the hell am I? I'm just turning now through Normandy. Breast controls just come online, but they didn't contact me, so we'll just ignore them. I've seen somewhere apparently after Christmas they're updating if you can download the whole game to your drive, so fingers crossed. Well, we'll have to see. If they do that, it might be more worthwhile to a lot of people. Like, yeah, look, I have bad Wi-Fi, so yeah, it doesn't really help me. And to be honest with you, I don't see much difference between them at the moment. I know the flight dynamics are supposed to be, but there's nothing wrong with 2020. I actually don't think they needed to bring out a whole new simulator. I mean, I don't know. I know they changed a lot of the code of the game, so maybe it was just easier to build a new game than to change the code already written into the game, but I think there's nothing wrong with 2020. I think it flies really well. You know, we got past all those, you know, crashing and all the issues that it had for like 3 years. I'm actually flying this more than X-Plane, and I love X-Plane, but I'm actually flying this more than X-Plane 12 even, so just kind of shows you. Yeah, that's it, Iceman. Get the kettle on. Get the kettle on. I've got my can of Thatcher's Haze. I feel like we don't see him very much. Yeah, I think that they changed a lot of the flight dynamics. There was a lot of old code in this game from Microsoft X. And I believe they've rewritten all that stuff now, so maybe it was easier to release a new game over... well, they wanted to add all this career mode and stuff. I mean, they could have added it to this, I suppose. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, it flies really well now, and 24 is going to have issues for a year or so, probably. We're coming in on runway 25. Are we coming over your house? Maybe we'll see your house on the map down below. Back in a bit. 7 minutes. To be honest with you, I hate ordering fast food like that and coming to your house. I hate when it's cold and soggy. It has to be eaten there and then. Gateshead. I don't know where Gateshead is. I'm going to have Google Maps up here. Let's see where Gateshead is. Are you far from the airport? God, I hate when I hear the engines piling on. What's going on there? What are we doing in here? Newcastle. Right. Map. I've never been to Newcastle. Gateshead. I don't even know where the airport is now. I need to Google where the airport is. Newcastle. Airport. It's quite north to the water, isn't it? Wait for Google to load. Sorry, cannot stay longer, but I've got to go pick up. Oh yeah, no worries, mate. Have a good night. I deleted 2924, just wouldn't work on my internet, so... 2024. Yeah, well, this is the thing. I live in rural Ireland. We were due fibre optics like 3 years ago, and apparently we're not getting it to 2027 now, so... I don't know, man. But look, this works. X-Plane 12 works. I don't feel there's much difference if I play this or 2024, apart from my title's different. Angel of the North, although it's more like Angel from the Artist's Last Bad Trip. Oh god. Okay, I'm just looking at Google Maps as we speak. Okay, so there's Newcastle Airport, and I'm gonna get directions to Gateshead. How do I get directions? Give me directions. First, I'm trying to see if I can see Gateshead, but I can't see it. Send, share, no. I want directions, please. I think Google Maps has changed again recently. Oh, shit. Well, it might be because I'm in Ireland. When travelling from the south, you go through Gateshead before Newcastle. Oh, so it's in the south. Ah, Gateshead, that's it. Yeah, before the River Tyne. Aha, I see. Yeah, we'll probably fly above you because we're coming in on 2.5, which I'm pretty sure 2.5 is... we're going to go through Newcastle out to the water, and then we're going to come back in. Angel of the North. Bloody hell, Count, you're bloody rapid in your little Learjet. Hey, just Jace, good evening, how are you? How is everyone? How are you? Happy with Man U's progress? Yeah, I think the new manager's doing the right things. I mean, Garnacho and Rashford were leaking the team sheets, and he took them off. I haven't seen any manager take them two off for 2 years. And he just shows you that, like he said, you know, if you don't train well, he won't play you. And, you know, I like his mentality. I don't think he has the players quite to do what he wants to do. I think a few people will have to go probably January and in the summer. I don't think we'll buy anyone this January. I think they're just going to make do with what he's got. But yeah, look, I like him. I like his style. I like the way he talks in the interviews. I like the way he's been picking the teams. I mean, even Anthony's been playing really well. When Anthony's come on there the 2 games, I actually thought Anthony was playing all right. Ahmad, I mean, look at Ahmad. Ahmad's on fire, and Ten Hag wouldn't even bring him on as a substitute because he wouldn't take off Garnacho or Rashford. So, you know, yeah, I quite like this new guy. I didn't know much about him, about Sporting. It was only my brother. He said to me, "Oh, we're going to get the guy from Sporting, and you know, he's very famous for his formations." And I was like, "Yeah, I don't know much about him. I know Sporting were doing well, but in a Portuguese league with no other teams, you know, yeah." But yeah, look, he's stamping his authority. He's making right decisions. We don't look great every game. I'm not saying that we're playing well, but I like the ideas that he brings. But we'll just have to see how it goes. I don't think he'll make top 4. I think top 4 is going to be so hard. I mean, first of all, Forest on fire. Chelsea, I think Chelsea have a good stand to win the league. I would nearly put an outside bet on Chelsea. Liverpool doing well, Arsenal doing well. Man City will turn it around. As much as they're in trouble now, they'll turn it around and they'll win all their games to the end of the season probably. I do think City will turn it around. And then, you know, you got Brighton playing really well. Aston Villa playing really well. I don't know. I think top 4's hard. I think because we've had such a bad start, it really does not help us. If we get into some sort of European football next year, I think that's a realistic target. If that's the Conference League or the other league, so be it. But I think we need to get into some sort of Europe. But you see, the financial fair play is killing us. I think Rashford might go in January. I think he'll go to PSG, and I think they'll pay good money. I think we'll get 100 million for him. I'd like to think somewhere between 60 and 100 million anyways. We'll have to see, but... Chelsea could win the league, which is annoying, Arsenal fan. To be honest with you, I'd rather Chelsea win than Liverpool. But Forest doing awesome. City in the crisis probably because of the pending hearing. I don't know what it is. I think he's lost... Look, he's got a lot of injuries. I agree with him on that. They're missing a lot of their key defenders and midfielders. But Rodri's obviously a big miss. I don't know. I think City will turn it around. Portsmouth playing rubbish. What league are in Portsmouth in now? Are they still in League 1 or are they in the Championship? I can't even remember where Portsmouth are now. I know you got relegated like 5 times or something, didn't you? Because of all the money issues. Look, to be fair, look, Arsenal are in for a shout, but they've got to be consistent, and I think that's sometimes the issue. I mean, drawing again this weekend. I mean, I know Liverpool drew. I think Chelsea are the only team in the league with 2 squads that they can actually suffer massive casualty injuries and still have a good 11 players. Where Man City, Man United, Arsenal, especially Arsenal, you're very flimsy. You get a couple of injuries, you're nearly screwed. Like, say if you were to lose Odegaard again and Saka, you're done for, you know what I mean? Chelsea are the only team that could play another team. Because they've just got such a big squad. What did you get from Burger King? Did you get a good Whopper? I love a good Whopper myself. I haven't had a Burger King Whopper in a while though. Okay, let's just see where we currently are. Murderick is a shame. Chelsea would have rather had him at Arsenal. Well, he just failed a drug test today, so he might be banned for a while. Yeah, Arsenal, you're very bare, and that's where you struggled last year too. You lost a couple of players, and then you were done for. Hey, Royal Simulations, good evening. Yeah, it's going okay. Since I'm not a big Boeing flyer, it's actually going all right, surprisingly. McDonald's is a ridiculous price now. You can go in a proper restaurant for their prices, but. It's just the ease, isn't it? But yeah, you know, you just get like a cheeseburger for 59p. It's like 139 now or something. I don't know. United going down with Ipswich and Southampton. Nah, not a chance. I think Southampton are screwed. I think Southampton will drop. I think Ipswich will probably drop too. Yeah, Murderick, he failed a drugs test today. He was informed by the FA. He has a big statement. You go on the BBC News and you'll see it. He failed a drugs test and he's in a bit of trouble. I don't know if it was his second sample or what. He made a statement saying he never known he took drugs, but PEDs were found in his urine. I wouldn't mind, but he's played like absolute crap since he joined Chelsea. So maybe he was taking things, hoping for the best. I don't know. I don't know what the hell's going on there. Oh, you're back in the Championship. I had a feeling you were in League 1 for some reason. 22, not good. Need to bring back Avram Grant though. I think the problem was he wasn't even getting on the bench, was he? Look, he said he didn't knowingly take anything. I mean, this is the problem now. You see it with boxers and stuff. They got so many people, different nutrition people, and you know, for food, drink, energy, rest. You know, and the thing is, they rely on these people to give them the right things at the right times, and it's like cyclists. Cyclists can't even use, you know, inhalers unless it's been signed for by the cycling authorities and stuff. Like, drug testing and stuff is strict, and I like that it's strict. It should be strict, especially for pro athletes when they get paid what they do. But the problem is, a lot of these people trust other people. Yeah, you can't beat the Whopper. I love the Whopper. The other thing I used to love that Burger King used to, I don't know if they're still doing, they used to do the jalapeno cheesy bites. Oh my god. I could eat them all day. Well, look, a lot of the clubs assign people, but other people bring in their own personal teams and brothers and sisters. This is the other problem. They all bring in like their brothers, their sisters, their cousins to bring agents, to do this or that, and you just never know what's going on. You know, it's too bloody dodgy out there. I don't know what the substance was. I'm pretty sure someone said it was PEDs. So if it was PEDs, then he's in trouble. Like, I don't know how you can get around that. Oh, they still do. I hadn't had a burger. See, there's no Burger King here, really. There was one in the town centre, but they got rid of it, and Primark brought it out and expanded Primark. I think there's one in a petrol... Some of our petrol service stations have them, and that's it. So I don't really see them very often. Is the plane too loud, guys? I can turn it down a bit more if it's too loud. Okay, my minimums is 2,000. Okay, that's fine. Bloody Primark. I'm surprised you don't have player managers at this stage. I used to love going to Fratton Park. I used to live near Southampton, so I used to go watch Southampton a lot. And I used to love going to the derbies. Pour some Southampton derbies. Absolutely brilliant. Oh, have I turned it down too much? Some people don't really like the whistling sound. Probably better than listening to me though, to be fair. Okay, where in the world are we? Oh, okay, yeah, we're just north of Southampton now. Southampton is below us. If anyone is looking for me in count. Why are you coming on runway 7? Runway 25 is the active runway, no? Out there? Just gotta remember on landing to turn it back up.
Keep it traffic. Seabird 815 Charlie. Taxi 27 right, hold point Omsi via Alpha. Keep it traffic.
I'm going to put this down to 2,000 so the plane will automatically descend. Just so I don't forget about it. Yeah, apart from my balls up of the takeoff, it was alright. Unfortunately, we're on Vatsim, so we're coming over London now, so... Let's make sure, let's see if, what's online. Oh, Southampton approach is on. Oh no, we're in the Gatwick area, aren't we? Oh, East Midlands has just come online. I was thinking about flying into there. Yeah, I quite like it. Bloody hell. Counts all the way up at Sheffield. Absolutely storming along in that bloody little jet. I need to make some good camera angle views for it though, that's the only thing about this iFly. Oh, did you see the DHL plane just flying underneath us? Yeah, I mean look, if you already own the PMDG, you probably think, is it worth spending money on a plane like this? This is the thing, isn't it? And they are very similar. Look, the only difference between the Max are a few small little details. It flies and turns on, does everything pretty much the same, so realistically it's one or the other. And if you already got the PMDG, a lot of people probably will think there's no point getting the Max unless you just want the modern aircraft. That's the thing really. It's your fault I'm sitting here making Baxo on laundry simulator. It's not my fault. People need to stop blaming me. I've been playing lots of new games lately for you guys to all spend all your money before Christmas. I always try my best to showcase you all the latest games. I see Keely Hodgkinson just won Sports Personality of the Year. Fair play to her, she had a good run in the Olympics. Boots. Yeah, just over Oxfordshire at the moment. I'm the bottom plane. If you're looking on the map, if you click on the planes that tell you who's who, Count is ahead of me. Count is the one that's heading towards Leeds. I'm the one that's in Oxford. I'm quite far away yet. I got a good kind of 20 minutes. No, I'm not near Leeds. It's Count. Count Davies is near Leeds. Leeds. Yeah, so, because there's two of us flying tonight, so yeah, I'm the bottom one, he's the top one. He's over Leeds now. He's absolutely racing ahead in that little plane. To be fair, my cost index is quite low, so we're running on quite a economical run. We're not doing any Ryanair stuff today. Oh, God. Leeds bus station is just a horrible, even worse since they pissed around with it. I thought when they changed it they were going to fix the damn place. But you're right. I used to hate driving the National Express into Leeds bus station. It was an absolute pig. So what have they done to it now? To be fair, I didn't think they could make Leeds bus station any worse than it already was. You should take some pictures of it for me and send them to me next time you're in Leeds. It'd be interesting to see what they've done. Oh. Yeah, just take some pictures, see what they so I can see what they've done to it. Dudes. So, anybody got any news? What's new? What's everyone up to this week? Anyone got anything interesting going on? We're going to be doing some Omsi 2 on Friday. We're going to do a Christmas CCS event. I think we're doing Yorkshire 3. Oh, you're not working till next year? So you're having Christmas early? Is everybody ready for Christmas? These are horrible for driving, full stop. Best thing about it is when you're leaving. I used to have to drive the National Express coaches up there from London. Gemini looks close. Are we going to get it though before Christmas? Could be a New Year thing, I think, maybe. Not many gigs on this month. Really, I'm surprised. I always thought December was always quite busy for gigs. Here in Ireland, there always seems to be more live music in December. Not so much January. January, yeah, like no one has any money in January, so December's usually pretty busy here. Quite surprised. I thought a place like Newcastle there'd be loads going on. All the Christmas parties and all that stuff. You sent a picture on Discord. Okay, I'll have a look. Oh, for the Gemini. It really goes quiet between now and March. Yeah, January and February is always kind of a weird time, and I suppose then gearing up then for Easter, and then the next thing you know, it'll be Christmas next year. Okay, where are we now? Near Nottingham. National X are banned from using bus stands or coming into them, so now they use the back and come down the main road. To be honest, that's probably better though, because going in was always the issue. That people were smashing the buses up like crazy. It's like Bath though as well. Bath hated National Express. They used to give us one bay, the very first bay, that was the awkward one to get in and out of, because you know, so their drivers didn't have to use it, and we would come down sometimes with the triaxles and stuff, and we'd be absolute pain if you had other big buses or long buses next to us. It was just a nightmare. Very hard to get in with the triaxle at the market end. Yeah, it'd be cool to see. To be fair, they used to not send us with triaxles on purpose to Leeds because there was already a pig going in and out of the station. Man, I drive around London any day of the week. Funny thing is, every time I see a National Express coming, all the drivers look pissed every time. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Don't know how you made me remember. I saw a race car today just randomly driving near the mall. Put my dash cam footage in the pics. Oh, did you? What? In Discord? I'll have to have a look in a second. Okay, I'm up towards Sheffield at the moment, and this count is turning on to finals. It doesn't look like I'm going to get my target of 40,000 by the end of this year, guys, but we might make 39,000. Just having a look here, we're 50 away from 39,000. 1,000 off ain't too bad. My actual original goal was 35,000, but we did that back in, I think we did that back in June or July, and I gave myself a bit of an unrealistic target of 40,000, but look, we might do it. Can you see Meadow Hall? Well, it's got a bit cloudy over here now. Yeah, just watching the footage you put up in Discord. It looks like the way you put it up. It looks like, you know, when you used to watch like the old police programs for the chases and stuff. That's what it looks like. Well, we usually do our Christmas flight where we go see Santa up not Thessaloniki. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, where does Santa live in Finland? No, Sweden. Not Uluru. Rovaniemi. Normally we do a Christmas flight. We're gonna have to try and squeeze that in somehow. We normally go see Santa. I haven't seen these yet, no, I'll have a look in a second. Quick views are terrible. Okay, we are going through the cloud, so what I do suggest, bit of anti-ice on. Okay, we're about to hit top of descent. Just want to make sure the plane's going to go down. Stupid internet connection's gone. Just had to go on the phone. Ugh. Be a pain. I know that pain. Does anyone know what the Q&H is? I'll have to have a look on Discord. I don't know what the landing Q&H is. Okay, Q&H. Visibility is good. Q&H is... there's VFR conditions, which is good. Where's my Q&H? $1000. Okay. Oh yeah, see what they've done there now. Okay, I was a bit concerned we weren't descending, but we might be now. Oh yeah, there's nothing worse than people in the wrong places. Bus drivers can be very angry people. They say call you, talk about cops. My dad loved that show. Bad Boys, Bad Boys. Yeah. I haven't seen the newest one. I don't know, is it going to come out on Sky Movies maybe for Christmas? I'd quite like to see the newest one. I don't think I've seen the newest one. Hey, Alan, good evening. Alright, going to turn the anti-ice back off. We're kind of coming out of the cloud again now. Okay. Just the approach button on this net, hopefully. We'll soon find out. Bad Boys 2 was the best one. USA. I did watch that Christmas movie the other night, the red one with the rock in it. It was quite good. I quite enjoyed it. I thought it was quite a good movie. And I watched the Flintstones the other day. It was on TV as well. Like, you know, the original, not the cartoon, but the movie one. I forgot how good that movie was. The A300. Yeah, they updated it for 2024 now as well, haven't they? Watched a movie on Netflix last night called Carry On. That was good. It was about a plane and a man. Yeah, I see. I keep getting flashes from Netflix saying you must watch this because of other things I watched. Because I like The Reacher and all that kind of stuff. They're saying it's the modern day Die Hard or something, aren't they? Carry On is a good. Has the guy who plays Walter White's brother-in-law in it. Walter White. Right, we're down through 12,000. Probably about 5 minutes away from landing now, guys. Get your seatbelt strapped. Who knows what's going to happen. Trim wheels going crazy. Yeah, I'm gonna watch that Carry On. Like I said, I've seen it in a few places now. Friggin' Netflix keeps telling me to watch it, so maybe I should watch it. Okay, 1000 has been set. We're down through 10,000 feet. Landing lights now back to the on position. Dirty clouds here. We've got no ice warning, so we should be okay. And loads of fuel. There we go. We're out the other side now already. Hey, we're not going to be too far from Gateshead, Iceman. You missed that suggestion. Well, the movie suggestion's still there. I even posted the other night about watching a movie in it. Okay, I'm going to arm this speed brake thing. Apparently that's armed. Where the f... Oh no, it's okay. The internet's still there. It just had a bit of a blip. Okay, we're gonna... Oh, apparently the internet's going crazy everywhere. What the hell's going on? Okay, we put the automatic brakes to 1. As soon as you land, I'm doing the EGNT. Oh, nice. Sometime in January, we'll do the Dublin to Madrid to for the flight that I'm going to have to do in February the 9th, or whenever it is I'm going. Okay, first notch of flaps. Yeah, typical. Yeah, you're right. If that was 2024, I would have been booted back. You're right. Okay, we're coming on to final approach now. Okay, flaps 5. Hey Iceman, Gates Head somewhere here in it, in the time. Can you see your house? Oh, this is my first ever landing with this plane, so who knows if it'll be butter or not. I don't really worry about those things. Little bit of a confidence booster. There's a rainbow. Kind of look like a rainbow. No, the wrong side. Whoops. Terrain, terrain. Pull up. It is a rainbow, look. You can see the rainbow. I can see a rainbow. Just makes me want to eat Skittles. The rainbow is getting stronger and stronger. But the airport itself is below us somewhere. Here it is. We're coming in on 25. Count came in on 07. Now the one thing, there's a special thing about Newcastle Airport. There's a bump in the runway. I think it's down here. And it's an absolute bloody nightmare. Newcastle approach 77742. Turning onto finals for runway 25. Ah, there is no bloody pots of gold, I'll tell you now. Oh. The buffering again. Oh, in the game. Yeah, land at Newcastle. It's got a very, very interesting runway. Newcastle and Leeds are both quite interesting. Leeds because of the mountains, the winds come at really awkward. A lot of crosswind landings in Leeds Bradford, and Newcastle has a nice divot. Sometimes you still get the work vans, don't you? Now, I don't know that this 737 have auto cut off for the engines or what as well, all the way in or not. Okay, here we go, guys. Alright, gear down. Yeah, we'll do Rovaniemi next, Count. I should have done it today. I completely forgot about our usual Christmas flight. Newcastle traffic 77742 on finals runway 25. Okay, flaps 10. It's on auto, but I'm probably going to take over it because I don't know if these engines shut off or not, so I'm going to probably disengage everything. I'll wait till we're established on the ILS. We're not quite established yet. We're not even lined up with the bloody runway, look. Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, I don't know, does it automatically disengage? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to bring the whole plane in with the throttles myself. Now we're lined up. So... to full disengage, I have control. It likes to be really nose high for some reason. We're a little low on the glide slope. Jesus. She's very twitchy. Bit of a crosswind, we're crabbing a little bit.
400. 300.
Two white, two red.
200.
So I'm still happy.
100. 50.
Flight
40,
slow.
30. 20. 10.
Whoa. That was not very level at all. I don't know what happened. My speed brakes didn't disarm anyways, that's for sure. But look, we made it. That's the main thing, right? It was the wind. Yeah, it was really weird. I don't know. It felt like it really... Oh, I've just gone through the building. I thought I put my handbrake on. Whoops. Oh, I'm now in the building. Whoops. I thought I put the handbrake on before I stopped still. It doesn't matter. Just have a look at A cars here. What was my landing rate? Hmm, 281. Could be better. Right, now if we go on the outside, I have recorded the landing so we can see how bad that was. Okay, the flight recorder didn't do very well. Yeah, about to Starbucks, that's it. Oh, Microsoft Flight Simulator has actually crashed. Okay. Well, that's good. Well, at least I managed to end the flight before the game crashed. I don't know what happened there. I think the flight recorder broke it. I can't click on anything. No. Dead. Dead as a donut. Right, there you go. That was our first flight in the iFly. Wasn't too bad. Landing could have been better, but you know, first flight we can always live with that. Next flight we will be going to Rovaniemi. We will be going to see Santa Claus. Every time we've flown to Rovaniemi so far, there's always been a disaster of some sort, so it'll be quite interesting. Thank you for Count flying with us this evening. Thank you for everyone that's been here tonight. And yeah, hopefully I'll see some of you possibly Thursday. There might not be a stream Thursday. I don't know what I'm doing yet. But I'll keep you informed. If not, I'll definitely see you Friday. And good night.